The third episode for the Mighty Ducks Game Changers is out now, and honestly, this episode was probably the best one yet, and this is a show that I've already covered. I've covered the first two episodes already. The videos will be linked down below and up here, and of course spoilers as always. But going into the show, as I said many times, I was interested. I don't know why I'm getting spammed. I was interested to see what they would do with it, and so far it's pretty good. Still, it's nothing special, but it's not going to be. They're not making a show to make it one of the best of all time. They're just trying to make it entertaining, and this episode really entertained me. I think it was probably the best one yet. It had some really nice team bonding, and I liked the ideas. I liked, as I said, spoilers, the way they tried to... I'm shutting this... Stop, Instagram. I hate, the commented on a post you're tagged in. Horrible thing. Delete it, please, Instagram. But I like the ideas here. I like how they're trying to recruit, obviously, Evan's friend, like his crush friend, to try to play in the Don't Bothers, which still sounds a bit weird to say, but oh well. And I like the way they do that. I like the way they use the whole team, and it adds some nice team bonding here. And actually seeing these players on the ice is really funny. When I clicked on this episode, I was like, okay, I just want to see more hockey. And I mean, it's the Mighty Ducks. Maybe that's just me being Canadian and all, but I was like, I feel like every episode should have at least a solid hockey game. Like, a significant amount of the episode should have to do with the actual hockey game and on the ice, whether that's the game or practices, honestly. And here, I think it really worked in that way. Of course, we have the Mighty Ducks playing the Don't Bothers. Sounds funny still. And obviously the game goes horrible, and I'll talk about kind of the ending of that. I mean, they lose 17-1, so there's that. And I'll talk about the goal scene near the end. The episode is called Breakaway, so I thought that was pretty cool. But the episode does do some kind of weird stuff with like Winnie and Coco Chad. I will admit, I was definitely laughing when Nick had all of his scenes. He's just so funny. He's just so fun to watch on screen. Big props to the actor. He's young, and he's really entertaining on screen. Same goes for Evan. Actually, all the kids, except maybe one, were pretty likable in this episode, but I'm not going to point out who, because they are kid actors. And I also like how Emilio Estevez kind of stepped up more in this episode. Not in his acting or anything. I think his acting's been good overall, but they more so moved Gordon Bombay to the center of the story. He's really like actually making an impact this time, and obviously that also relates to Alex, the mom and the coach. But I think that moving Emilio Estevez up there really helps, because a lot of people are watching it for him being there and to see what he does. And I like what he does. I like how he plants that play in the book. Like, he sees the book and then he draws it up. I like that. And then I like how Alex goes and researches stuff on him and then goes and tells him. I thought that was smart. It feels like something that she would do. Some of the stuff in this show does get quite repetitive within the episodes too, and overall they're stealing a ton of plot points from especially the first film and the second one too, but a lot from the first one. And yes, I am going to do a movie night, maybe not next week, but the week after, for the movies, or revisited, something like that, don't worry. But there's some stuff where when I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, that's not original at all. And yes, it's a reboot kind of continuation of something from the 90s, so of course they're going to take plot points from it. They always seem to. But here it is a little too obvious at times, but it was fun. It was fun, and I actually yelled, "Yes!" at one point in this episode because of this.
What was that, pheasants?
When he walks off and calls them pheasants, I freaked out, and I did not expect that at all. For those who don't know, Dylan Playfair is in Letterkenny, which is one of my favorite shows. Such an incredible show. And their coach, he plays Riley, and there's Riley and Jonesy. They're like the stereotypical hockey players, and they play on a team, and their coach, who's just called coach in the show, basically calls the team pheasants. He calls all the players pheasants, and when I heard him say that, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Episode 3 of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers was probably the best one yet, and yes, the show is a little bit repetitive and can feel a bit predictable, but it's a really fun time. It provides some great laughs, and there is some heart to the center of this story. I just really enjoy seeing these kids here, and that goal at the end was absolutely nasty. Wheel snipe Sally, boys. Dirty fucking dangles, boys. There's probably kids watching, so I shouldn't say that. I'm going to give episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers a 3.5 out of 5. Again, still nothing special, but still a very fun time. And yes, it's the same rating as the first one, but I did enjoy this one more. And I'm going to rank all the episodes, or at least do like a tier list or something. When the show, or maybe just season 1, I don't know if it's just one season or if it's a whole show, when it's done. And that's exciting. This show has been pretty fun so far. And if you haven't already checked it out, I spoiled a bit of it for you. But let me know what you thought of this episode down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.